Okay, so now we are going to be learning about tertiary colours. So a tertiary colour is when you mix a primary and a secondary colour together. So we're just going to write that down. So tertiary equals primary plus secondary. So we're going to start off with the lightest colours, which would be adding orange and yellow together, then yellow and green together. We always start off with the lightest colours. It means we don't have to change our water so quickly, and also if you make a mistake you can go over the top of it. So the first thing I'm going to do, this first tertiary colour, is adding yellow and orange together. So I'm going to come back to my mixing tray. I'm going to start by making a nice consistency with the yellow. So adding water and mixing it gently until it forms a good consistency. So like that milkshakey, thick consistency, which I think I'm just about getting now. So I'm going to scoop that out. So I've got lots of yellow, and then I'm going to make a little bit of orange next to it, because really yellow plus orange, because orange has already got yellow and red in it, it's just like a very yellowy orange. So I'm going to pinch a little bit of red and make an orange. So there's my orange. So now I'm going to mix those two together. So just scoop a bit of that up, put it into there, and I've made myself a very yellowy orange. So I'm going to start to paint that. It should be quite different to the orange that you've already created. If it's not, it might be a case that you need to paint this one a little bit darker, or this one needs to have more yellow in it. So I'm going to put a little bit more yellow in mine. So from the centre, pulling it out. So it's quite a golden colour. I think the tertiary colours are the funnest colours, because it's where you get lots of different tones. So this one always reminds me of gold. Now while I've still got that mixture, what I can do, if we look at the next tertiary colour, which is quite a reddy orange because it's orange with red. So using that same mixture that I've just made, I don't want to waste anything. What I'm going to do now is add quite a bit of red to it. We know red's powerful, so I don't need to add lots of liquid, but just more than I did last time when I made the orange. So I'll just do a little bit at a time. So I'm rolling my red onto the tray and just adding a little bit at a time because it is quite powerful. I think that's all I actually needed, just that small amount. So now I'm going to paint it and see what it looks like. So orange plus red. And as long as it does look different from your red and from your orange, then you've done it right. If it doesn't, then you might need to mix it a little bit more so that it looks like a really reddy orange colour, a bright orange. And the more that you do mix your colours, the more water's involved. So as I'm taking my colour out of the tray, I'm just scooping it up so that I've got quite a bit of liquid on the paintbrush. Small brush strokes. So in my case, I'm doing very small brush strokes, all in the same direction, following the outline of the shape. And there we go. So we've got yellow, yellowy orange, orange, reddy orange and red. So the next colour that we are going to paint is going to be that yellowy green colour. So I'm going to wash my paintbrush and then I'm going to pick up. So for yellowy green, so looking for that good consistency of paint, nice and thick. Scoop it out and roll it. Scoop it out, roll it. Scoop and roll. So it's a very yellowy green. So to make green, it's blue and yellow. So a very yellowy green, I'm going to make my green at the side. Just a little bit of blue. Now that's quite strong. So I'm going to scoop up a little bit and add it to the yellow. And there I've got a very yellowy green. I'm just going to test it on my colour wheel. And yeah, it does look different to the other one. I'm just going to add, just to make sure, a little bit more yellow. I have washed my paintbrush. There we go. So now I'm going to paint that. It's almost like a limey green. Yep. Very happy. And there we go, there's my lime green colour. So for the next tertiary colour, it is green plus blue. Well, I've already got my green, I just need to mix in more blue. So it's like a greeny blue this time. So picking up some blue, I don't want to add too much too quickly. Because it does go very dark quickly, see? So I'm going to test this colour, and as long as it looks different, I'm just going to add more blue in. Which I am quite happy with that colour. So I'm now going to paint that colour in. So just another reminder, your brush strokes start from the centre of the colour wheel. They work their way out towards the edge of the colour wheel. They should be small brush strokes, very, very small. The smaller, the more detailed. No white gaps, and the direction should follow the outline of the shape. There we go, there's that section done. So the next tertiary colours and the final tertiary colours are going to be a reddy purple and a bluey purple. So I'm going to start off, wash my paintbrush. I'm going to start off with my reddy purple, which is the lightest colour. So I'm going to get my red, add some water and work my brush around. And then I'm going to roll, scoop, roll, scoop and roll. So first of all, I'm going to add the very, very smallest amount of blue, or you can make yourself a purple, which is red plus blue. So there's my purple colour. I'm going to add just a tiny bit at a time. I do not want to add too much, so I'm just dabbing off the excess purple on my brush. And it should be like a very reddy purple, and just keep adding a tiny bit at a time until you're happy with the colour. And I'm quite happy with that colour. So as long as it is different to the red and the purple, then that is good, because we've got a different tone. So this is a reddy purple. So painting with the tip of the brush, follow the outline, working from the middle to the outside, small brush strokes. And there we go. So now the last thing to do is to make a bluey purple. So purple plus blue. So I'm now going to use that purple, that mixture, and I'm going to add some blue into it to make it even darker. So wash my paintbrush. I would like to dry off any excess paint, so I'm not making it too watery. I've put a little bit of blue onto my tray. I don't want to do too much too quickly. Testing it. I don't think it's dark enough, so I'm going to add more blue. and I'm quite happy with this next colour that I've created. So it is a bluey purple. My camera might not be able to pick this up so well, so I'll try my best to show you my bluey purple. So it does look different to the two colours next to it. And there we go, we have a completed colour wheel. So we have got our three primary colours, orange, red and red, yellow and blue, sorry. Yellow, red and blue. Then we have our three secondary colours, orange, purple and green. And then we have our tertiary colours, which is where you add a primary and a secondary together to create a different type of tone. So red and orange creates a reddy orange. Orange and yellow creates a yellowy orange, and so on.